guys, my name is Adora, and once again you're welcome to my channel. So recently I did a short video, and it's just a short talking about the workplace culture, the toxicity that exists there in your workplace. And I got this reply from someone, and this person was like, oh, my story is very like, it's an unfortunate one, what she experienced at work, the way they dealt with her, and no matter, it didn't even matter that she was very hardworking. Like, when they were done with her, they threw her away just because of one silly mistake she made. Now, when I tell people that, listen, the workplace is just like a different planet on its own. The workplace is not a place where you go and feel too relaxed. It's not your home. Your workplace is not a place where you lose guard. Your workplace is not a place where you take for granted. You have to be extremely careful, extremely cautious. See, it will surprise you to know that even your colleagues, the ones you claim to be friendly with, the ones you go on your lunch breaks with, the ones you hang out maybe during the weekends, you go to the parties or whatever, you even go to their houses, it will surprise you to know that there's a lot of politics going on in your workplace. And some of these people you hang out with are actually the genesis of the problems you have at work. Now, this person that sent me this message actually said that she started this job about 4 months ago. So when she started this job, she started with so much excitement. She was full of life. She was excited, you know, to have a job and then to be in a new place where she thought she was going to make friends. And then she got this job and she was so committed to it. She's very punctual. She goes to work. Sometimes she gets to work 5 minutes before time. And when she gets to work, whether other people are working or not, she makes it a point of duty that she is doing something. She just wants to be active. And sometimes she will even pick up the job of her colleagues just to make the thing, you know, faster, to make this, like, you know what a good teamwork is. And then on the other hand, she also said that she thought she was trying to be on their good books by picking up their jobs, by doing things for them, by stepping into their shoes when they are not able, or rather they, at that particular point in time, they're not available to do their work. So she was always the one picking up their mess at work. And sometimes she went as far as covering for them even when they did some nasty things at work. Like sometimes, like when they leave work on time, they leave work before the closing time, she will have to step in and cover for them. Sometimes when they come to work late, she will have to step in. Sometimes she even goes as, you know, as far as writing their sign them in on time when these people were still along the way, they were still on their way to work. She will go ahead to sign them in like they were already at work. So she was doing most of these things and thought, oh yeah, when I do these things, maybe when it's my time, they're going to stand for me, or like if I do it for them, they're going to like me, I'm going to be in their good books, you know, just going to have this friendship and all of that. And she continued like this until a particular day when they had a work training. So they had this work training, and actually after the training, they were supposed to go out for like a break and come back for some practicals. So when they came back for the practicals, she made a mistake in one of the activities they were supposed to do. And immediately she made this mistake, her colleague, one of her colleagues that she was very fond of, pointed it out to the trainer that, oh, this lady just made a mistake and it's a very huge mistake. And actually it was a huge mistake. And the trainer was like, you know what, just because we are training, I'm going to correct you, but when you get back to work, be very careful with this mistake because it might cost you your job. This is a fatal mistake you've just made here. So she said okay, and she was corrected, and that was swept away. So this particular colleague of hers kept an eye on her for no reason. Like, she was always monitoring her. She was always watching her. This particular lady that sent the message said she noticed she was being watched, but she didn't really take note of it. So the other lady kept watching her, watching every move, and then trying to be extra close to her. Of course, this girl, what she wanted from the beginning was someone who was going to be a buddy, a friend to her. So when she noticed the closeness between her colleague and herself, she opened her arms and accepted it, not knowing that the girl was coming into her life to get information, to know more about her, to understand what her life is all about, and most of all, to know what makes her happy, because she's always very happy. She's a jolly good fellow. And you know what? She loose guarded. and she explained to the colleague everything personal about her, even some issues that were not meant to be discussed with anybody. She said all that to her colleague, and her colleague went ahead and told the rest of them and said, oh, this girl has a fantastic life outside, this girl is doing something outside, oh, her life is beautiful, and I don't even know why she's working with us here. If she has such a beautiful life, why is she here, and all of that. And funny enough, they ganged up against her. They looked at her as a threat. They just saw her as someone who has a more beautiful life in the outside, someone who has it going for her, someone who has a brighter future than the rest of them, and they were jealous. So due to their gang up against her, she lost her job. After series of reporting, after series of queries, they kept reporting her for every little reason. Every little thing she does, she's being reported. She comes late at work, she's being reported. She just goes out just for a little break, she's reported. Like they were literally on her neck, pressing her too much. At the end of the day, she couldn't cope, so she left. Now, there are issues like this. There are several situations like this where people get so relaxed at work because you think, oh, we're just friendly, we do the same thing, we know ourselves. Not everybody loves you in your place of work. I always tell people, when you go to work, do what you are employed for. Do what you are employed to do and go home. Stop all that issue of hanging around, trying to chit-chat and know and be nosy and know what happens in everyone's life. Because the more you sit and discuss with other people about other people, that's the same way they sit and discuss about you when you are not there. And the funny part of it is that whether you discuss or you don't discuss, they will discuss about you. And that's where all these issues come up. I know some people will say, oh, but I have made good friends at work, I have good colleagues at work, I have people I can trust, I have people I can vouch for. Clap for yourself. You're lucky. Not everyone is the same. Not everyone is as fortunate as you are. Not everyone is as lucky as you are. In fact, in most cases, majority of the cases I have heard, it's always been from one terrible news to the other. That's why I always stick to the fact that when I go to any place to work, I make it a point of duty to do what I am assigned to do what I am there for, and I leave. The workplace has so much politics. A lot of people are competing for one particular thing. What is that? The interest of the management. They are competing for the friendship of the management. They are competing to be heard. They are competing to be seen. They are competing to lead. So imagine a situation whereby almost everybody wants one position. They're going to throw anybody they can throw under the bus to get there. And some people are very, very brutal when it comes to throwing you under the bus. They don't care what it will cost them. They don't care what it will even cost you. If it's going to cost you your job, they do not care. They will throw you under the bus because they want that position. They will throw you under the bus because they want that promotion. They will throw you under the bus because they want that closeness between them and the manager, between them and the supervisor, between them and whoever it is that calls the shots in that very organization. So be careful. When you go to work, get down to what you are there for and leave. That's a better and more matured way to enjoy your workplace. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.